take it no more. CEDA can't take it no more. CEDA can't take it no more.
Only 13 days earlier, on February 18th, CEDA President and CEO Robert L. Worden requested a meeting with longtime activists Reverend Roosevelt Watkins, Bob Von Drasek, and Lillian Drummond. Joining the activists by phone was CEDA board member Steve Brunton. CEDA Executive Vice President Pat Doherty-Wildner and CEDA's Director of Marketing and Resource Development, Marcia Belcher, rounded out the attendees. It was decided at that meeting that the community needed to rally and tell Congress, as you debate cuts to keep the government going past March 4th, that 1, we want no cuts in community action programs right now or in the future. 2, Community Action is the nation's only network dedicated to providing comprehensive services for our communities. 3, without the Community Services Block Grant, Head Start, LIHEAP, Weatherization, and other programs run by the community action agencies will struggle to survive. And 4, we are asking Congress not to balance the budget on the backs of already struggling Illinois families. On February 19th, the U.S. House of Representatives passed its FY 2011 Appropriations Bill, H.R. 1, by a vote of 235 to 189. On March 2nd, CEDA supporters converged on the Thompson Center, 70 buses strong, to let Congress know just how they felt about House Bill H.R. 1.
No cuts for CEDA! 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 No cuts for CEDA!
I'm an advocate on behalf of people who are benefiting from the CEDA program. We're here today because we're protesting any cuts to the CEDA program, a program which provides energy assistance for the low-income communities. Not only are low-income people impacted by these cuts, a shutdown of this program would mean less money for the elderly, less money for the disabled to pay their high energy bills, which occurred during the summer and in the winter. In my particular building, I work with the elderly and the disabled. A lot of our residents have respiratory problems, which means in the summertime they must use and run their air conditioners in order to breathe. Without those grants, our people would have high light bills and energy bills, and they wouldn't be able to pay them. They would have to take money away from their rent or other essential responsibilities just to try to pay their high light bills. And then, of course, in the wintertime, those grants help and enable the poor to pay those heating bills. And so those dollars are needed to ensure that monies are available to pay heating bills, and they can then also use the rest of the dollars for other monthly expenses. So it is critical that lawmakers, as well as people of influence, continue to flow of dollars so that low-income individuals can continue to have some decent quality of life. And that's what this rally today is all about.
Yes, it is. We need help. We need help for the senior citizen. I am from the senior citizen in Northern Illinois. And we got representatives over there that are representing the seniors. We definitely do need help with LIHEAP and with all the other senior programs that we have.
President Obama, we need your help. Please, please don't cut our subsidies. Please. Thank you.
CEDA supporters at the press conference and rally were as diverse and outspoken as the populations we serve. We're now 200 people beyond capacity in the auditorium, and the Illinois State Police are no longer allowing anyone else in, including late press.
It is so important, and I want to thank you so very much. Cannot thank you enough for taking time to be here. We've elected individuals to speak up for us in Washington, and since they're not standing up to speak up for us, we're here today to stand up and speak up for our folks.
Government. And so what I want to say to you, in the President's State of the Union address, he stated, I am willing to eliminate whatever we can honestly afford to do without. But let's make sure that we're not doing it on the backs of our most vulnerable citizens. Today, as demonstrated by the hundreds of people here in this process, community action is not something we in Cook County or the nation can honestly afford to do without. And it certainly should not come at the expense of our most vulnerable citizens.
I didn't take down the telephone number for good reason. I just want to let you know that CEDA, Board of Directors, Mr. Warden, and other staff will be in Washington Tuesday morning to deliver this message. We're not going to be standing outside. We're going up on the hill, and we're going to speak face to face to the people that make these decisions. So the message will be delivered in person, not by phone. Thank you very much.
This is Chicago. It gets cold out there. And for the federal government, for this Tea Party train wreck that's happening in D.C., to think that they can cut basic services and still give millions and millions of bailout dollars to Wall Street and fight this war, these wars that are costing us $700 million a day is ridiculous.
We have to have the courage to do our job. And you all stand on our back and make sure we do our job. You can't be quiet. This is the time to talk.
Republicans also want to cut $60 billion from the 7 months that's left in this year budget for the health of the poor. This is a shame in America. The war on poverty has begun the war against the poor.
It does relate to me and to many others. This is going to be affecting my family, both my mother and my son. My mother barely exists with like $500 a month on Social Security. How in the hell is she going to be able to pay her bills? How is he going to be able to take care of himself when they decide to cut him too? I'm fed up, and I know you are too. Please, just all keep fighting, and I know sure how I'm going to be fighting right down to the end. Thank you very much.
I am tired, and it hurts to see as many seniors coming into my office and saying, what do I do? Do I pay my medication or do I pay my heat bill? Do I feed my kids or do I keep them warm? That is not a decision we should be forced to make. I will tell you this. And we will make a difference. This is not the first time we have stood up to fight the fight, and this will not be the last time we are going to fight the fight. We will fight it to the end, and we will fight it because we deserve it. Our seniors laid the foundation for this society. And now Congress has the audacity to turn their backs on them? How dare they? How dare they? These seniors, our seniors, are our mothers, our fathers, our grandmothers, our grandparents, our great-aunts and uncles. They showed us the way. They taught us how to stand up and fight for what was right. And today is their day to shine. We are here because of them. We know what we know because of them. And that is why I'm so honored to be here today. Amongst all of you, we are united, fighting for the right to live as human beings.
Emotions ran high as the press conferences ended, but the rally continues as advocates for community action and advocates for the people in need head back to their respective buses.
Reverend Marshall Hatch, the Leaders Network. We must not balance the budget on the backs of the poor. Jesus said, as we've done unto the least of these, we've done unto him. And so we need a budget that is fair. We cannot have prosperity at the top and austerity at the bottom. And we must look out for those who are most vulnerable first and then work from there. No budget cuts for the poor.